try to figure this thing out as always. Think I got on the right one. Yeah, it looks like that's the right one. So welcome everyone. I wasn't going to do kind of a Sunday hangout video, but I figured, what the heck, put all this stuff aside, kind of for just taking apart stuff and hanging out with you guys. The garage is loaded up. Kind of show you over here. It's got a lot of stuff. I got that. I think there's also somehow there's something underneath that. So the garage is loaded up. Got a lot of stuff here. Hopefully everyone's having a great Sunday. Maybe you're watching this on a different day. I don't even know what the best angle for this would be. Well, we're here. So, welcome aboard. We're here to kind of tackle this pile together. I feel like when I hang out with you guys and girls, I am much more efficient. Otherwise, I literally will never come in here and do this stuff because I'm doing so many other things. So with that said, let's hopefully have a great stream, hang out a little bit, talk amongst each other if you want. Hopefully some way I will knock out most of this. Hey Taco from Washington State. Hey Robert. I still have to figure out why in whatever world this YouTube thing decides to, oh, there we go. A couple comments are coming in now. For a second, I only see, so on my side, I only see 3 comments at one time. And then they go away. So on your screen, probably on the side, there's like a whole chat bar. For me, I don't have that with the iPad. I noticed with the desktop, it does do that. So kind of just is what it is. Hey, Phil's fan. Hopefully see you at Leesport soon. Looks like YouTube notifications work. Hit the like button. I like the way you think. So some way, somehow, I don't know if I'm going to tackle this whole pile of stuff, but I want to fill up this one bucket down here, at least during this stream. So once I fill up this bucket, maybe we'll be done for today. I probably won't yap the entire time. So, kind of just is what it is. But if you are joining for the first time, make sure to hit the like button on the video. I would appreciate that. What I'm doing here is I'm upgrading the price of Christmas lights. I took off all this wire and now I'm getting paid, I think it's $1.10 now per pound for that stuff if you take it apart. Extension cords. Either YouTube's doing weird things or no one's saying anything right now because nothing's popping up on my screen, which is awesome. Oh, there we go. Hi, Taco from Ireland. Hey, Claire. I think that's it, Claire. Hey, LaFonda. Good seeing you as well. Am I all done with storage units? Taxi Cab says. That's a great question. I think all the storage units right now are completely cleared out. I don't have any that are coming up in any sort of way. Hello from Romania. Well, hello there. Oh, look at that. Look how nasty this is. I don't know if that's mold or if that's like just makeup. Oh, it has like an odor too. Does not smell good. Also, that's a small hairdryer, don't you think? Look how, aren't they like usually out here? Who knows? You're asking why, yeah. You're asking why I scrap some things and why I don't test them and do all that. Some stuff is just disgusting, don't you think? Oh, that didn't sound good. Now I watched someone online smash one of these open, so I'm going to actually do that because I've never done that. This really isn't a sturdy desk, or a workbench I should say. No idea where my hammer is. This probably won't work out so well. Yeah, this ain't going to work. Probably really loud on the screen, so I probably shouldn't do that. I'll do it another time. That went flying. If you ever wonder what that looks like inside there, we kind of just did that for the first time. That's what it looks like on the inside of one of those boxes. Hey, Caroline. If I miss anyone's comment, it's not that I'm ignoring you. Here's another thing. When I went back and checked like the replay, 50% of your comments don't even appear on my screen. So for whatever reason, that's the way it is, and that's just the way it is. So that is what we have inside one of those things, if you've ever wondered. Misty says she doesn't have a bulk pickup. Yeah, see, that's the thing with the trash thing. Is like some people, like you literally can't. You can only put out a certain amount of things for your trash. I know I'm very fortunate in my ways. Like for me, I'm allowed to put out, I think, 4 trash cans or 5 trash cans. Some people are only allowed to put out 1. I don't know what to do with this. So that's all like looks like copper winding on the inside. I wonder if they'd give me transformer price for this. I want to cut this open. And we can see what that is. So that's the black pieces. Looks like it's just solid. I think underneath this is all copper. Sort of. That's why I never get anything done in time. I'll be out here all day. Thank you, LaFonda. Hopefully happy Sunday to you as well. So underneath all that tape, that's a whole copper winding. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm not going to completely smash that. I imagine I can probably just smash this up right now. But I don't really have a real workbench here. A piece of plywood. So that'll be for another day. You wonder why it takes me so long to do things. I do things like that. But now we know. Now everyone knows what that looks like inside. In case you're super curious and you couldn't sleep. $129. Everyone's pretty much hit the like button here, so I greatly appreciate that. If you are stopping in for the first time tonight. Seems like whenever people hit the like button and more likes go up, then all of a sudden people get notifications that I'm live. For whatever reason. So I appreciate that, everyone. Does anyone have a, well, what's the weather like? Let's fire it off in the comment section. What's the weather like where you guys and girls are at? Today, it was supposed to get up to 65, 68. Right now, inside the garage is 50 degrees. It's probably about 50 degrees outside. The sun just never came out. I appreciate that, Charlie, or Sherry. See, can't even read. I can't read. Freezing rain, that sounds awful. Freezing rain. See, that's what I'm kind of like, I know I'm spoiled right now. It's, hey, Jan, weather is yellow in Georgia, drizzling upstate New York. I know I'm kind of spoiled, but recently it was really warm. I think it was yesterday it was really warm. Monday, 10:30 in New Zealand. That is crazy. 70 cloudy in Ohio. So that means it's probably going to be warm here tomorrow. This is a mess. Half past midnight. What in the world? I'm not going to say go to bed, but I appreciate you stopping in at this odd hour. They got all the clips. Whenever I clip these cords at the scrapyard, they don't really like. My scrapyard pretty much takes every wire as insulated copper wire, with the exception of maybe like television wire as well as your phone wire. But everything else is pretty much just insulated copper wire. The only thing is you have to take off all the end pieces. If you don't, well, you don't get paid the right price, and they get pretty mad if you put it in a bucket that says, hey, I took off all the end pieces. So, Lake Tahoe is very windy, I read. Lake Tahoe sounds like a nice place to visit right about now. How do I get my name Taco Stacks? That's a great question. I answer this probably, I won't say 1,000 times, but I answer it quite often. But if you're new around here, you probably haven't heard it, so I'll give you the explanation. The name Taco Stacks really doesn't have a great origin. It's just kind of something from college that was kind of fun. It came from a fast food place, and it was kind of meant like, it was just like a thing I said amongst a group of friends, and I thought it was kind of a funny name. Funny, like, just food item. So, for whatever reason, when I decided to create my YouTube account, I thought that would be kind of a good name to put. For whatever reason. That's pretty much the best way to put that whole story. There was nothing really great about it. It wasn't like I just thought of random words and put them together, or should I say stacked them together. It was just kind of a thing. So, that's why the name Taco Stacks came about. That's the only reason. Taco from Long Island. Hey, Kenny. I like eating tacos. That's a great question. Yes, I do like eating tacos. Who doesn't like eating tacos? The only thing is, I would say I don't like fish tacos. Never liked fish tacos. I don't understand how people like fish tacos. But hey, everyone's different, right? I also don't like fish, so. Best regards from Poland. Hello there. I don't even know what's in this box. So, recently, I went to a storage auction, and I didn't buy anything, but the storage facility is also a shipping facility. So, they had a bunch of stuff that was abandoned. Is that the right terminology? So there's a terminology with storage unit buying. There is, what the heck's it called? I think it is abandoned. Like if you don't want your stuff, but you don't want it to go to auction or don't want to go through the whole lien process, you can essentially abandon it and have it go through an auction, but you pay on your unit. So in that case, if it's not a lien unit, you're allowed to look at stuff. So anyway, they had a whole room of everything that was kind of abandoned. That's the right term. Yes, it's abandoned. That's truly what an abandoned thing would be. Abandonment. Anyway, it was a whole bunch of stuff, and there was literally just like boxes up against the wall. And I saw this box of wire, and I got all sorts of like medical supplies. Anyway, I paid like $5 for the whole thing. And that's what all this stuff is, which is why there's like random things like a mouse. There's keyboards in here. Like you see this keyboard. It came from an office somewhere. So that's what all this stuff is, in case you're super wondering. So you never know what you'll find in an auction. You need more golf balls. Can you see them all? Oh, you can't. Can you? There. Well, those are those. I wouldn't move the camera, but I don't have a lot of good surface in here, and it took me a while to get this thing running because I didn't have Wi-Fi in here. But actually, So you saw those golf balls, which are right here. This tub, if you want to guess how many are in there, I can give you a really close guess because I took in a tub that same exact size, 2 Played Against Sports. So we can play a fun game of guess how many golf balls in there, and I'll let you know pretty much what they are if you guys want to guess. That's your guess, your thing. That's that. And more golf balls in the corner. I came and moved them. There's probably about another 2 or 3 bins worth that size. If you guys really want to guess. 235, you are so far off I can't explain it. Guess again. Guess again. And no, it's not over 1,000, but 600. Nope, not 600. Nope, now we're getting guesses. You guys are getting close. While you're at it, hit the like button if you haven't already. We have 204 people in here, and we're having a grand old time on a Sunday because what else would you want me doing on a Sunday than watch me cut wire in my garage? I should probably be reading the chat and seeing what you guys are guessing. 550, 854, 989, 860, 873, 333, 534, 26, where did I see that? 699, 987, sub from Scranton, PA, 8818. All right. Very funny. Sunday Fun Day, there we go. Yeah, so there's probably about anywhere between 800 to probably 900 in that bin. So if you're super, super curious and you really want to know, probably between 800 and 900. If we get to 5,000 likes in the next 20 minutes, I will go ahead and count out every golf ball live on stream. 5,000 likes isn't that much. I see these other YouTubers get like 20,000 people on their stream in a matter of 3 minutes. So YouTube, make it happen. Put me on the For You page. Kind of filling up that bucket. We've been here for just shy of 20 minutes. On my end, there's 222 of you in here. Now, does anyone know what this is? Before that looks like an absolute mess. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one out. Well, that's not it. What a disaster this is. I think it's a lost cause. I think what you got to do is you probably got to cut everything else around it to get that out. Just got to remember what color that's... Oh, I think we're going to get it. Almost. All right, we got it. Does anyone know what this is? Finally got there. Because I have no clue. I'm not going to cut it. Any guesses? Hey, Joe. I think I said Joe. I can't they got to figure out this font thing for me. Lightning. I also hate how there's a delay, so like I'm standing here and you guys have probably typed in 100 things already, if that. A gas stove. Lightning. What the heck is lightning? Pressure regulator for a tank. Alright, well I have no idea. We got 3. We got lightning, pressure regulator, and I saw something about something else. Something for a stove, I think. Anyway, if anyone figures it out, let me know. I'll put it aside. Otherwise, it's going to get Cutaway. Light fixture. I don't think it's a light fixture. Might be a light fixture. Sell it. Sell it I will. Yeah, maybe someone else will like it. You know, just like a random thing. You know, some people are like, oh, if I don't own one, I want to own one. It's a great question. What would I do if I found a storage unit and there was 1,000 of the same items? Well, it all depends on what that item is. If it's something really, really like I would probably be upset if it was like fidget spinners, because I'd be like, what do I do with this? I'd probably throw it all away. If it's brand new socks, I can definitely sell it. I've seen stories of people buying whole snapback baseball hat collections. I think there's actually a video on YouTube of how someone started their eBay career because they bought a storage unit of all 1980s and 1990s snapback hats, and they just took a shot on it or whatever it was. But anyway, there's like 10,000 of them. If you maybe liked baseball hats in the 2000s, you probably even saw them on eBay at one time. They're like the Florida Marlin hats. There was hundreds at one point. Well, anyway, they came out with a YouTube video on it, and that's what it was. So, something like that would be nice. 1,000 fidget spinners would not be nice. Like selling toothbrushes. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Hopefully they sell. I did use them myself. Like, if you guys think like I didn't use any, I actually went through 2 of them already. They were fine. There was toothpaste in that unit. I threw all the toothpaste away. It said it expired, I think, in 2012. I know toothpaste might be one of those things where like, oh, does it really expire? It's 10 years, 12 years out. I'm just not going to do it. Not going to do it. We are 22 minutes into the live stream. I am about halfway through this bucket. I really thought we'd get... There's a lot more in here. I thought I could breeze through this stuff, but I guess because I'm yapping, it's not going to happen. What do I think I'd be doing if I didn't do YouTube? That is a great question. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm probably just doing what I do anyway. Maybe minus the scrap stuff. But I can definitely do the whole buying and selling stuff full time. I think really you can magnify it dramatically if you do like estate auctions. I think there is so much opportunity in estate auctions. I think there's such a huge opportunity on Facebook Marketplace. But you got to be willing to put in time and effort. The whole going to thrift stores and doing eBay stuff, I think it's a very saturated market. So I guess before even YouTube, that's all I did was go to thrift stores, and I sold t-shirts really on Etsy for $9.80. I used to go to thrift stores and spend 50 cents on a t-shirt, buy 50, 60, 70 shirts a week or a day or whenever I went to thrift stores, and I'd probably sell out of those 50 or 60, I'd sell like 20 in a month, and then the rest would sit. And then it would just be like a snowball. Like the next month, I'd sell 5 of that lot, and kind of snowball itself. But I mean, it was a ton of work. But I think that whole clothing and $9.80 market is very saturated. I think that was before like Alibaba and all these other companies. If I had to get an office job, I do have a business degree, so I can probably get some sort of business degree job. Whether or not that'd be something I really want to do full time, I don't know. I did go for a couple job interviews outside of college, but I don't know. I feel like when you go for job interviews, it's almost like sometimes the company tries to make you look like you're underqualified. You know, they use like acronyms and all these different words, and you're supposed to look kind of stupid because, like, if you don't really know the acronyms, and they're kind of like maybe something that's used within the company, but they kind of make you look underqualified. Anyway, I thought I aced them. I knew exactly what they were talking about. I was not a hot shot out of college, but I just think I kind of understood everything, what kind of went around. Just did not work out in the way that I thought it would work out. And now those companies, actually 2 of them, are no longer even in business. So, what are you going to do? How much more is this box? I got a lot more in this box. How many? I think I've cut like 100 of these mouses already. That's a pretty good tangent there I went on. Appreciate everyone stopping in on Sunday. I know, well, what's going on in sports? March Madness, I guess, is going on. Baseball season started. Maybe you guys went to church or getting ready to make dinner. Maybe you guys have a flea market you guys and girls are going to. I know the one in Scranton recently opened up. Why do I cut these wires? So what I'm doing right now is, so this stuff is going into this bucket down here, which we're making progress. It's getting pretty heavy. Shadow figure past my garage. All right. I want to be scared. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. So anyway, I'm cutting those cords. They are going from, let's say, this, which pays, I believe, 10 cents per pound, to doing this. And now this is getting paid at 8 cents per pound, but this is now $1.10 per pound. So you lose a little bit of money, but you make a lot more with this stuff. What kind of wires is this stuff? So this stuff goes as computer wires, the pricing. So this goes on a different pile. This they pay 10 cents per pound. I don't know why I clipped those off because I don't need to, but I did it anyway. But extension cords, this is $1.10. 79 degrees in Phoenix. That sounds awesome. Why do I take wicker chairs? Because they have metal underneath them, and then I can scrap them as light iron. More of these they're mice, but I mean, it's kind of weird calling a computer mouse a mice, even if there's plural. I guess you still call them mice. We had a super chat pop up. Oh, it just disappeared on me. Whoever just sent me a $4 super chat, I greatly appreciate that. How's that?